Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hello, welcome in. Guys, I need a coffee, but today we're making some crumpets two ways. We're making regular crumpets and we're gonna compare them to gluten-free crumpets to see if gluten-free crumpets can be as good. It's gonna be good. And then if we've got time, we're gonna also do char beef bowls. However, unfortunately, the grocery store had no snow peas are, you see a little tail? Snow peas are a commodity at the moment. They're, I don't know if there's storms or something, there's some issue, but snow peas are super expensive and they're out of stock all the time. So that's a bit annoying, but I think we're gonna use edamame instead. We'll do char beef with edamame, sushi rice bowls. It's gonna be delicious. Before we continue, let's go back to last time on, and I'm gonna turn on my aircon. It is so hot this week. It is so hot this week. January, February is like when it gets really hot. And it's like 24 degrees or whatever, but it's just humid, like 70% humidity. It's disgusting. And we aren't used to that. Like West Australia's got like a dry heat, and so it's pretty shit. Anyway, yes, these are old photos. I don't know, Exceed. We did small batch breakfast casserole and we did community games. I think these are old photos because Exceed hasn't a meeting this morning. I don't know, or if it hasn't uploaded. I don't know. But 200 beats, 4 subs, resubs, gifted sub, 14 follows. We had huge raids from Zeph and Maddie. Beware resub for 27 months. Chef Broman, fresh sub. Grumpy Gamer, 50 months. Liz, 44 months as well. It's a bit chilly in Melbourne. I am so jealous. Wearing a light jumper for the first time in a few weeks. Oh my goodness. That would be lovely. We keep waking up in the middle of the night, turning our aircon on. I got a fan on my side. It's just gross. It's just like, it feels sticky and it feels like 5 degrees hotter than it is. You know, like it's just humid and it's just, bleh. Anyway, we're gonna do a deep dive into Discord, show what the community has been cooking and eating. What else? Then we're gonna feed the sourdough starter and make crumpets first. I'm very keen for these crumpets, gluten-free and normal. I've really been not eating much gluten like this last month. Because, you know, we've been doing gluten-free, but then also eating healthy. So I don't know how my body's going to react to bread. So we'll see. Let's have a look. How's everyone's week been? Hell's bells. You got a busy day today? Okay. It's lovely that you could make time to be here. Margot, how's your week been? And beware what's happening. This is yours. So this is the first things first banana bread. This is from our first cookbook. Coconut, banana, 1 bowl deliciousness. Probably there's a lot of bangers in, like really good hits, like good recipes in first things first, if I do say so myself. I wanted it to, it's one of those things that's like, I don't make, but like, you can make variations of banana bread, but I don't see the point of creating another recipe than just using this one and adding stuff to it. But we add chopped chips sometimes, we add extra coconut. I like nuts in my banana bread. Poor Jay only got 2 pieces, can't leave me alone with good food. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It looks great. Been tired this week because I was away on the weekend. Yeah, how did it go? Oh my God, I keep getting so confused because I keep thinking it's this week because this time last week we chatted and you were about to get on the plane. How did the plane trip go and how did your weekend away go? Hope it was fantastic. I was just saying to Exceed, because we haven't been getting much sleep and I just feel exhausted this week. I've been having midday naps, which I usually do after streams, but yesterday I went to the gym, then I puttied and sanded the walls and then had to like mop and clean all the floors and like my back's sore, I just tossing and turning. And then we watched a few episodes of the show Fool Me Once, I think it's called Fool Me Once. And then I had dreams, nightmares about it, like trying to work out what's happening. And I just was going like, you are so tired, just go to sleep. And my mind was just going crazy thinking about this show. And you know when you're just exhausted and you just want to sleep, but your body and your mind, it just keeps going. And you just like your own worst nightmare or own worst enemy. Kate highly recommended ice cream. Kate Byron, Ultimate Vanilla. I know that this wouldn't be available here in WA. Because I'm not familiar with this brand. Sounds good though. I love a good vanilla bean ice cream. Plane trip was not bad. The build-up was worse. Nice weekend in Sydney. Good to catch up. Well, good on you. You know, good, not bad experiences will then, you know, build on each other and then there'll be less anxiety hopefully and you'll be used to it and you just got to do it more often. Just fly to Sydney. But I'm glad that you had a great weekend and it was enjoyable for you. It was too hot though. That sucks. Kate, chicken parmigiana with salad and homemade chips. Yum. Look at them. Great job, Kate. Those chips look amazing. Trying to normalize it, but can't afford to fly that off. I get that completely. Made muffins following Molly's recipe from First Things First. One muffin recipe to rule them all, we call it. It's like a very versatile muffin base recipe. These are amazing with a streusel topping. So they're blueberry. Man, these are good. Great work. Very impressed. I love this recipe. I don't make it enough. Good work. Thank you for sharing. Sprinkle me happy. I love to see it. Kate woke up at 6 a.m. They're going on holidays for the weekend. And so her brother is staying, like house sitting and looking after the dog. So she made lasagna and chicken nacho mix. Look at this. Dope. Looks so good, Kate. Very nice. It's a great lasagna for the weekend for your brother. Looks great. Nice. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. So first we need coffee. In my new mug, which went in the dishwasher. I didn't even check that it was dishwasher safe and I dishwashed it. I'm wearing workout shorts, what do you call them? Exercise shorts today, bike shorts. I'm just too hot and they're just too comfy. My new mug. Okay, so for crumpets, we're gonna need our gluten-free flour blend, which is here. Oh, so you guys know that I got those tights that arrived, the bike shorts that arrived on Wednesday's stream, the glow mode ones. So good. Thoroughly recommend that brand. The ones with the pockets are probably my favorite, but the cross ones, for $25, the fabric is beautiful. I'm gonna like give you a better review when they've washed a few times, but I can honestly say really nice. Big fan. Okay, so crumpets. I need to get the recipe out, but crumpets, we're gonna need yeast, which is in the fridge. I think baking powder. Bit of sugar around there. We need regular plain flour. I haven't used this in a while. Not much in there. It's one fly flying around. Okay. So I have started, well, I've signed up for a 6-week challenge at the gym. So on tomorrow, oh my God, I was gonna say on Saturday, but today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm doing testing, which I've never done before. So you do like fitness testing before the challenge starts and then fitness testing at the end to kind of compare. And the winner gets $1,000. So there's a lot of very fit people and people that are gonna lose, you know, I'm competitive, but I don't think that competitive. Like I don't think that I can compete with these people. But I just want to be in it for my own fitness level and to challenge myself. So I'm a bit excited. There we go. Grab a little milk. And while I'm here, I'll get the yeast. Do any of you guys do, I know Pilates for Margot, does anyone do like any group fitness activities, go to the gym, do any classes, do workouts at home, anything like that? Or try to. Sometimes life gets busy, you try, but you don't actually get there as much as you want. All right. Okay. So we're using a different crumpet recipe than the one in First Things First because I want to try it out. I'm a big fan of trying new recipes and improving my own. So we're going to try, I didn't even smell that. Is it okay? I think it's okay. Shit. If I'm keeling over in an hour or so, I think I might tip it out. What's the expiry date? 14th of Jan. That was, oh shit, 5 days ago. It smells okay. Doesn't smell great. Doesn't smell terrible. I've got another one in there. Okay, so. And it's a loser. Oh, I didn't bring the gluten-free. Oh yeah, I did. Okie dokie. So. I'm a little lonely. Okay. Did you send that kilo of? Did you pass and the yabbies? I haven't talked to him. I rang him, Knife Clan. He lives about 2 hours away, so he'll probably come up, I think, in the next week or so, and I'll try and get them from him then. I'll ring him today to discuss when he's coming up and when we can get them. The yabbies. Yayo? Is that what you're talking about? Yabbies? Okay. Crumpets. Here we go. Nice to see you all. We'll be lurking in and out today. No worries. Peter, it's lovely to see you. Hope you've had a great week. How's everyone's week been? Oh. Let me know in chat. Okay, so we need 150 grams of white flour, 200 mils of warm water, salt, sugar, baking powder. Yes, we did get baking powder. Yeast, warm water, unsalted butter. Fabulous. So place the flour, water and salt in a bowl and whisk for 2 minutes. Dissolve the yeast in 1 tablespoon of warm water in a small bowl. Add the yeast mixture. Just like add everything except for the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like literally add everything and give it a mix and let it sit for 30 minutes. Cool, okay. So we're gonna do gluten and gluten-free, all right, to try it out. So we need 150 grams of flour. so we can differentiate them. We've got these. Is that a Starbucks state coffee mug? It is. I got this from the wonderful Beware My Brain, on the last stream. It's from Indiana. I said that I'd love to collect them. I don't even know if they have them in Western Australia, or like in Australia, if they have state mugs. Oh. Lots of snow, super cold temps here. P-Dog, send me some of that heat, that cool weather, because I'll send you some heat. The weather today, hey Google, what is the weather today?
Today in Hall's Head, it'll be partly cloudy,
I still haven't.
with a forecasted high of 25 and a low of 17.
I need to talk to Exceed about that.
23 degrees and cloudy.
I'll send him a message. I sent him a message and was like, we need to set up so I can hear Google Ass. All right. So wins and celebration, by the way, I was just looking in Discord. Margot, you need to celebrate that you had a successful trip on the plane. I know that you were a little bit anxious but you got over it. I'd love you to celebrate that. And P-Dog as well. Congratulations on, I know we were talking about cutting your hair. It was such an anxious and vulnerable moment of like cutting, we kind of use our hair as a protection kind of cloth, and when you cut your hair, especially a bit shorter or whatever, it's a bit nerve-wracking, and good on you. I'm very excited. I'm very, very happy for you. I got one from North Dakota. I chipped it though. Oh my goodness. I've never been to North Dakota. Our plan is next time we come to the US to do the more Midwest, more inland states. We've done the East Coast and the West Coast, and now we want to do across the top. Oh, and then we went down the bottom. So we kind of got to do the middle bit now. Always had North Dakota on the list. My mum went there when I was a kid, and always had fond memories of it. Kiwi Aussie, welcome back. What did Google say? What's the temperature? Weather, Mandra. It's 21 degrees Celsius at the moment, but 73% humidity. So 21 Celsius is 70 Fahrenheit. 70 Fahrenheit and 70% humidity. My aircon is on, but it's gonna turned up higher. Whoa. Bloody cold here in Melbourne. I've just been told, very jealous. Okay. Do you guys know what crumpets are before we begin? Does anyone know what we're making today? Maybe you're like, what the heck is a crumpet? But I'm here for it. Okay. So remember, glass, gluten-free. I'm a bit of a fan of a crumpet. Hello, Mr. Motola. How you been? Okay. $151. We'll take 1 gram out. There we go. I've only had crumpets once. A bunch of friends of mine pulled our money together, bought them, played croquet, and then ate our crumpets and tea. I love that. That's beautiful. Not bad. Hot and rainy. Or what's your temperature? What's your humidity? You're usually way humid compared to us. It's like a pancake with holes. That's it. Effigy. Totally true. So a crumpet is kind of like a pancake, but then on the top, it's got little holes in it. Nooks and crannies for, it's unbelievable with the butter and honey. That's how I like to have it. Okay. But today we're gonna try this gluten-free recipe, and I thought, why don't we compare it to a regular recipe? Cool. It's supposed to start snowing here within the next half an hour. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That sounds lush. Okay, so it said 200 mils of water, warm water. 30 degrees Celsius and 72, oh my goodness. You must be dying. It's only, what did I say, 20, what did I say here? 21, but 73% humidity. I can't complain, can I? Medalla wins. Aircon is gorgeous. It is, but when this aircon is nice when you're standing here, but when you stand over there, or the rest of the house, okay. Water. So we're going to get warm water, not too hot, not too cold. Better to be colder than hot, because if it's too hot, your yeast die. If it's too cold, they just get out of bed and they get active a lot slower. But it's better that than dying. So you got to think of your yeast in bed, and they want to wake up slowly, and then they'll get active throughout the day, throughout the next hour or half an hour. But if it's too hot, they die in bed. That's it. Like getting out of bed, they're just crank it. Crack it, sorry, not crank it. All right. So in here, we're going to do our water. We're going to add half a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of sugar. Are you guys more winter people, summer people? Yes, it's kind of like me then, slow getting out of bed. Do people really jump out of bed? I think that's a fallacy. I wouldn't. I'm a morning person. I'm much more a morning person than I am like a night owl. I can't stay up late for the life of me. But I wouldn't say I jump out of bed. On stream days, I lay in bed, our alarm goes off at 6, we say good morning, give each other a kiss, and then Exceed gets out of bed. He more jumps than I do. And I sit on my phone, like, catching up with emails or notifications or whatever, do a little bit of scrolling, get out of bed at 6:30, then get up for the day. Yeah. Whereas he can't lay in bed. He doesn't really like it. All right. Bit of salt. I'm a night owl these days, Effigy, yeah? What was your average time you guys go to bed? I like to be in bed by 10, because then we wake up at 6. It's meant to be like 8 hours. But like 9:30. 9:30 is good. All right, so give this a bit of a mix. We've got sugar, salt, and our flour. So glasses for gluten-free. Stainless steel is for regular. Stainless steel. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's go. So we need 200 mils of water in each. There we go. And then we need a teaspoon of baking powder. Long you've been. Teaspoon. And then we're going to put the yeast in here and leave it for half an hour to let that yeast do its thing. Baking powder doing its thing, giving it a fluff. Yeah, add yeast mixture, sugar, and yeah, cool. I did it right. how much yeast? 1 teaspoon as well. This one. Instant yeast, I prefer. It's a lot more successful. Whoop. So it just kind of looks like this. So we can look into there. Nothing too exciting. Get a spatch for this. I love winter because it's around 20 to 24 and dry. In winter? Oh my goodness. I'm a night owl. My ideal time anymore is 10. On days I open, I shoot for 8, which is extra gross on days where Jay doesn't come home until 7. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is the regular crepe batter. No, not crepe, crumpet. You can see how the consistency is coming together like that. And to just be extra careful, what I'm going to do is use different spatulas. So what I'm thinking with this, it may need some xanthan gum to kind of bind it, but I'm not sure. Because we've got gluten that adds structure and grows over time to keep the crumpet together, adds chewiness. We don't really have that with gluten-free dough. So I tried to do 1 for 1. We'll see. We might need to do, we might have to do a little play around and use some xanthan gum. It is, look, it's kind of getting there. The colour is very different because look at that. It's much more white compared to more of like a taupe colour. Did you call it taupe? Tan, cream. All right, just giving it a mix. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover them both. Literally, they're both nice and active for half an hour. We're going to have to grab some crumpet rings. It's on the phone. Sorry, just. D&D wouldn't work. Okay. Put that there. Check these aside. Hey Google, set timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes, starting now.
How'd that go? Did that set a timer? I can't hear Google, so I'm going to have to set my own timer. Yes, and my phone set a timer, great. Okay, now I need to, I'm supposed to get beef out. We're making char siu beef. I kind of want to try, there's another recipe in here, so like for steamed buns. So I was thinking of making my char siu beef recipe that's on the website, and then making it into these steam buns. So this is what the cookbook that we've kind of been using a lot this month. It's that Very Hungry, the Very Hungry Celiac. And she has these, kind of like my Shengjing Bao, steamed dumplings. Let me see if I can find them. We did the egg noodles. We've done the pasta from here. What else have we made? The new gluten-free noodles. Gluten-free noodles, gluten-free pasta, and then we've done gluten-free dumplings. Dumpling wrapper. Where is this? We're going to do bagels on Monday. So we're going to do regular bagels and compare them with gluten-free bagels. A bagel off. I think I did a tweet about bagels and I think I did bagels the wrong day. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Pan-fried bao. What do you think about them with my char siu beef? Dough, water, milk, sugar, yeast, the flour blend, psyllium husk. So she's added psyllium husk and xanthan gum. I think I might need to add that to that. We'll see. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Okay. What do you think about dumps? Yeah or nah? Should we just do a char siu beef bowl with edamame? Super easy. And I don't know. Just grabbing some stuff from the pantry. Hey Google, add water chestnuts to my shopping list. Oh no, don't do that. There's already one here.
Sure. I added water chestnuts to the list called shopping.
Dumplings are always a good idea, Margot. You're always there to be my hype girl, and I appreciate that. Okay. I think it came through the window when I just went outside. Where'd it go? Sit. Sit, poor fly, sit. Because you're going to die. Hype girl enabler, yes. Yes. And we all need one of those people in our lives, don't we? Molly on the hunt for flies, Dan, that's so true. I can deal with stuff, mess, but I can't deal with flies in the house. It just makes, because you don't know where they're going to land, you don't know where they're contaminated. I just don't like. We used to have a big fly problem, and touch wood, it's kind of got better. I don't know if because it's the heat. But the other issue we've got is ants. I think because of the area that we live, it's very sandy, and this house has had more ants, and so I'm just like, this is me the last few weeks. Ant killer and fly spray. Can't be too prepared. No joke. The ants have been eating around our bathtub. Like, I think that they're eating the silicone. There's not eating it or using it for their nest or something. They're like, there's these big ants with like choppers on their head or their mouth, or I don't know. But they're eating the silicone around the bath. And I told the plumber, and he was like, nah, they don't do that. They don't eat that. And I'm like, do you want to come look at my bathtub? Like, there's all like silicone and no more gaps missing. Mouse, thank you for the resub. Hey, your last month of 12. Amazing. What did you do to your poor finger? I chopped it off. I chopped a whole section of my finger off. So it's doing pretty well. I have an update if you want to see. Have you checked if it's white ants? It's not white ants. We live in a brick home. So in Western Australia, it's all double brick, mostly. And we've had it checked when we moved in. We had a building inspector. There's not a lot of wood in the house except the ceiling. He said it was good. And they had checked for termites. We had another guy out and he said it wasn't termites, it's just regular like house ants or black ants, I don't know what they're called. I had a weird nightmare involving ants as a kid and they still freak me out. Oh really? You haven't known pain until you get bitten by a bull ant. That is like fire. Oh my goodness. Like, so when we were kids, you sit on the ground or your feet and they used to bite you. And it was like pain you've never experienced in your life. Oh, it gives me shivers just thinking about it. So painful. Margot said, one house I lived in as a kid had such a bad ant problem that one time when my uncle stayed over sleeping on a mattress on the floor, he woke up covered in ants. Oh my goodness. Fire ants here in the US are bad. Oh my goodness. They feel like fire. Yeah, so many bull ant bites as a kid, but you couldn't convince me to put shoes on. Yeah, isn't it fun? It's like the worst pain ever, but like still, I was like that. Okay, so this is how the finger is healing. Oh. Hold on, if I hold my finger like that, can it focus there? Oh my goodness. All right, so that's my finger. So it is looking so much better. You see? Took a whole slice of the finger and like fingernail and the side of my finger off. If you're squeamish, look away. That was like a few days after I did it. And then there's worse, but I won't show you. So it's healing nicely. We're hoping that the nail stays on and grows out. But yeah, it's less sensitive now and it's feeling way better. Can't tell you. It's at the most pain that my adult life has felt in a long time. More painful than, it was a different pain than gallstones, like gallbladder pain. This was like sharp, stabbing, like, oh, but yeah, I'm glad that it's knife safety. Get your knife sharpened, but be careful and don't look away while you're talking to your friends or family or anyone. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted, don't get distracted. It's healing pretty quick, looks like. Yeah, so I've been bandaging it every day to 2 days, just because it keeps getting dirty, because I don't stop. I was getting messy yesterday, and so it's just easier if I rewrap it. I've been putting betadine, keeping it moist. Moist healing is the best for scars, so keeping them like with some petroleum jelly or some betadine, Vaseline, things like that on top of it, and it will be much better. I used to work with the plastics team, so plastic surgery team, and moist healing is the best for scars. Definitely whiz, yep. Hope you can tell, I did like try and feel things, like, so I've got like a little scab at the moment on my finger. I don't know how I hurt myself there, but I can feel, like I was trying to feel if I could feel, like with my finger, if I could feel the bump and the sensation, and I can, so touch wood. Okay, so how long we got on our timer? Hey Google, how long on my timer? I think about 19 minutes.
19 minutes and 9 seconds left.
So we're going to defrost this beef, and we're going to make the beef first. Ooh. Do as I say, not as I do. Defrost your meat properly, get it out like a day in advance, put it in the fridge, defrost it, or defrosted on the bench. I just put mine in the microwave for a minute or two. But that's just because I always forget. I just defrost it. Usually like a chicken breast I put in there for a minute and a half, then flip it over, and that's kind of like enough, like defrosted enough that you can chop it. Minced ground beef is a little bit different. It's not proper food safety, but the way I think about it is if I am going to cook it straight away and I'm going to cook it at a high temperature, then it's okay. And it's gone in there fresh, and so less chance of bacteria. It don't sit in the danger zone of like bacterial growth temperature, then you're kind of okay. But learn and take your own food safety measures, okay? All right, so it says here, we're gonna make this pan-fried dough. I think I'm gonna make 10 to 12 buns. I think I'm gonna make half. 130 mils of water, 130 mils of milk. So let's do half of that. Because I don't want too many, because I've got rice here as well that I want to eat the beef with. Okay. So, does it warm? No. So 130, 75? No, 65. Just under 2/3 of a cup, okay? Do you guys prefer, with your food, do you find that you gravitate more towards a certain cuisine? Like, do you eat a lot of Italian food? Maybe that's your heritage. Do you eat a lot of variety? Do a lot of Asian food, fresh Vietnamese, kind of, or South American? Like for us, for me, I radiate more towards like Mexican, Vietnamese, Asian, fresh, lighter food. Exceed would like more pasta and more Italian style cuisine. What about you? What do you think? American style food? See, if you said to like, I suppose Midwestern is more, or Southern is more of a cuisine. But if you said American to me, I would probably think like heavier, cheesier type food. Would I be would you agree? Like American burgers, hot dogs, fries. That's the quintessential American food? And then you've got like fried chicken, slaw. Get bored with food. You get bored with foods fast. So Wiz, what have you been eating recently this week? What kind of foods? I've been on a real lack of motivation, not really sure what I want to eat, and because I'm trying to eat leaner than like this last month and the next few months. But I don't know what, like, I've been lacking, and I understand how you guys feel, like, you know, midweek meals, things like that, and trying to figure out what you want to eat, and what you want to put on the menu for yourself, your family, your household. And so I think if I can think of things, then I can help you guys. Like quick, easy, delicious. But then, like, I sometimes gravitate towards putting cheese or cream in foods. So trying to find alternatives. I think I'm going to get into, hey Google, add evaporated milk to my shopping list. I think I'm going to try.
I added evaporated milk to the list called shopping.
Some bakes next week. So like putting chicken in like a casserole dish and then baking it. There was this one that I had years ago. It's like tandoori chicken or garlic chicken, and you put rice at the bottom, and then you put chicken thighs, and then you make a sauce, and then you put it in the oven, and then it cooks in the liquid, cooks the chicken and cooks the rice, and it's like a one pan meal. It was fantastic. I'm gonna dig that up. I don't know where I've put it, but is that something you guys like? Light soups and rice recently, okay. Having stomach issues, but normally like Asian, Italian, and Mexican. Very nice. Okay. So we're gonna check our timer. So we've got 12 and a half minutes to make all this and put it together. So I need in the back, got sugar, yeast, I need psyllium, xanthan gum. I think that's it. Psyllium and xanthan gum. Let's go into the pantry. Still haven't put the bloody community wall up. Sorry guys. I'll get that over the weekend. Psyllium right at the top here, and xanthan gum. There we go. Here we go. Can't eat fish or seafood because of allergies, but like to mix it up. Amazing. So you're allergic to all seafood and shellfish? And okay, so I just want to blend the psyllium husk to a powder, because I think that's the issue that we've been having recently, is that it's not a powder. It's a bit like, it's a bit big. You can kind of see it. How old were you when you found out you had those allergies? Does your family eat seafood and shellfish? To be honest, I don't know if that did anything. I just want it to grind finer. Okay. Yeah, kinda. Oh, it's very strong. Okay. Oof. Okay, so remember we're halving, Molly. Halving. So we need 1 tablespoon of sugar. Oh, wrong one. 3 or 4 years old. Only my sis has the shellfish issue. 8 of us. Oh my God. Wow. 8 kids or 6 kids and your parents? Dang. Wow. What was it like having that many siblings? You're allergic to both fish and shellfish. My mum's the only person I've ever met allergic to freshwater and saltwater fish. Oh, wow. I would have always assumed that it was, if you're allergic to fish, you're allergic to fresh and saltwater. I didn't know that you could be allergic to one or the other. 8 kids, holy dooly. Do you have kids yourself? I don't know how old, if you're the kid age, or do you think, like growing up in a big household, you would want a big family yourself? Because I always, it's interesting because, you know, kids have been on our kind of discussion topic, you know, recently in the last few months for myself and Exceed, and now we've talked about it in stream quite a bit. I always am interested, and I'm to get your opinion as well, everyone. Like, if you grew up in a big family, did you want a big family? Or if you grew up in as a, you know, a family of 3, did you want 3? Or if you were an only child, do you want to be an only child? You know, if that kind of influences your choice, or you don't want to, you're like, I grew up with 7 siblings, I don't want any kids, or no kids. I have no kids, lost. Oh, I'm sorry, Wiz. I'm really sorry to hear that. I've not really met people with just fish allergies, just shellfish. Yeah, shellfish is more common from my understanding. Just always say mum is allergic to anything that swims. Okay, that's a good way of putting it. I'm allergic to both fresh and salt water and shellfish. Wow, Michaela, goodness. All right, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of instant yeast, so 1.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. Sometimes want no kids, but sometimes it's quite hard to put them back where they came from. Yes. That's my worry about having kids, is that, you know, will you regret having them? Will you regret not having them? And yeah, you never know. But I think I'm on the bandwagon that I would regret not having them, and better to have that experience. And yeah, and if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. Like, if we at least try. We did discuss that if we tried and we couldn't have them, then that would be the decision made for us. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it was kind of like taking a, you tried and it just wasn't, but you would know, rather than like deciding not to and then you were like, oh, could we, you know, well, you know what I mean? Okay, 1.5 teaspoons of yeast, psyllium husk powder 8 grams, so we need 4 grams. I've never regretted having kids, but it is tough. Pros and cons, of course. Yeah. I'm my mum's only, both my dad and stepdad's youngest, but spent a few years with my nephew living with us, almost like a little brother, and was otherwise raised an only child. Oh, okay. And beware, if you don't mind me asking, have you guys had that discussion yet? I know you're newly married, and it's obviously you probably have been asked a lot, and it's not a topic for other people, but it just, yeah. You know what I mean? Because I know I've been asked that a lot of times, and we were never sure, and we weren't, and then we were, but just curiosity, you don't have to answer. Okay. 4 grams of psyllium, half a teaspoon, so 1/4 teaspoon, I think I've got one of those, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan. Weighing that over right now. Finally at a place where we feel financially able, but unsure if I feel like I can balance it with work. Amen, sister, because that's what we've been discussing. How will we do it? How will I stream? How will we do all the things? But yeah, we feel like we're more stable position now, and we don't, yeah, that is totally true. We weren't ready. We think that we are better parents if we can have kids. We're better parents because we have a life experience. We've traveled. We've done a lot of different adventures together and separately, compared to our 20s. We think I think Exie will be a great parent. I think that I'll be a good mum. So we'll see. I always wanted, hey Magilla, how you doing? How you been? I always wanted kids, but was told it was highly unlikely due to some health issues unless I did IVF, and even a surrogate. My 12-year-old surprised us big time with her existence. I remember you telling me. My 5-year-old was much more difficult and heartbreaking process. My family, I have my brother and also some cousins that it's not as easy. You know, you're taught, I was saying this to a friend last night, you're taught to have kids, to prevent them. Because, you know, you get this idea that, you know, you have sex once and then you'll get pregnant, and you have this fear that you're taught as a kid. But when you want to get pregnant, it's harder than, you know, you expect. And, you know, friends and family struggling, you know, struggled over the years. So I don't know with us what it will be. You can be hopeful and be positive and try not to put pressure on it. And we'll go from there. Yeah. So much to think about if you have that opportunity. Yeah. And I know that this is a hard topic for a lot of people, and but I owe it to you guys to be transparent, you know, with what's going through our head and how, you know, with me, and obviously I'm open to advice and suggestions, and you guys' opinion. I know it's a tough and a hard subject for a lot of people, and please let me know if that is how you're feeling, or feel free to reach out to me for our discussions on stream. I want to be respectful and want to know how you guys are feeling. We decided if it was meant to be, it would be, but for us, it was not. I understand. Thank you for sharing, Wiz. Yeah, I have some friends that the same, that, you know, they made that decision, and for Exceed and I, that might, you know, we don't know. Yes, but I'm gonna have fun trying. I'm good. We're making some bao. How long on our timer? Hey Google, how long on my timer? I've got 1 minute and 46. Is that the same for you guys?
1 minute and 45 seconds.
Let's get me some crumpet rings. Now that made me laugh. And Exceed and I made the decision that we're going to be open with our friends and our family with what we're going through, because we see other people and we've seen experiences of the shame and the fear that is surrounded by the whole situation, that people don't say things and then they're in their own kind of struggle unbeknownst to their friends and family. And, you know, we want support if in, you know, it's like we want people to know, to be supportive, and also if something does happen, then they know what we're going through. Do you know what I mean? Or if it's not meant to be, whatever. That might backfire on us, might definitely, but I'm definitely not having kids if I'm not married. Good, yeah, okay. That's great. It's good that you've set that and you know what is right for you. Okay. Timer's gone off. Hey Google, stop. Timer. Is it stopped? Organising kitchen utensils. No, this is my, it just came off. This is my cookie cutter. I have these tubs in the area. Got to convince the dog to come in out of the cold. No worries. Some people don't want kids, and that is okay too, 100%, because we were nearly there. We were discussing that we possibly didn't want it, and each to their own. You've got to be respectful, and that's why I ask, you know, everyone's opinions or ideas or situations, because everyone is so different, and that's the great thing about the community and the world, that everyone's allowed to do what they want, except murder. All right, so I've got these big rings, and I got these other little rings, so we'll see what works. You want metal, don't want plastic, okay? Anything that will melt. Or silicon, okay? Metal or silicon works. I think that will be fine. What's this one? See how these go. Murder bad, cannibalism good. As long as you use seasoning, right? As long as you season well. Fry pan? Oh, this is not the best fry pan, but okay. So we're gonna put this stuff aside and we're gonna bring back these. Let's pray that they look good. So we'll show you the, whoa, you're a bit zoomed in there, mister. Okay. Crumpet batter, looks good, fluffy, beautiful. I'm an uncle and that's super fun. I love that. I am an auntie, but I've never met my nephew because they live in Colombia, but I get to see him through a lot of photos and his baby monitor. I get to creep on him. Depends what your role is in the cannibalism. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it says, turn the stove on medium high and bring to the heat. Okay, and then pour a quarter of a cup of the batter into rings. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Bubbles should start appearing on the surface, not popping yet. Okay. So let's just do these rings to start off with. Let's do one at a time of each. I think that's probably the best bet. Okay. I don't know if to use butter or... Never made crumpets before, it doesn't look too hard at all. This batter is thicker than my regular batter, so I'm interested in that. Just using this spray to spray on the inside, but I want the butter for flavour. Okay. Okay, like that. So that's gluten-free. And then this is a little bit more liquidy. There we go. The batter is so white, yeah, because it's like potato starch, cornstarch. Look at these. The worst thing about not having siblings is a lack of nibblings. Yeah. Yeah. I like that word, nibblings is very dope. My mum said to my brother, my oldest brother, Belgor, she was like, oh, how do you feel about Molly and Exceed having a kid? He was like, oh, it would be nice to actually see my nephew or niece and have contact because my middle brother lives in Colombia. But hopefully they're coming over for Christmas, which will be amazing. And you guys have nibblings, nieces and nephews? Striker, good remembering. Yeah, so this is gluten-free, and then this is gluten. Florida Lisa, thank you very much. Happy New Year. Come on in. Loads of nibblings. That's amazing. Because I don't know if we would have kids if we had a lot of nibblings around. God, every time I say nibblings, it reminds me of now this cannibalism. Because you nibble on your nibblings. 2 nephews, 1 niece, but I've yet to meet the younger 2. Oh, wow. All right, so it's supposed to have bubbles come to the surface like this. I think this batter with the gluten-free one is a bit thick, to be honest. So like that as well, the bubbles aren't... It doesn't say covered, does it? Cook covered. Turn the heat down to medium and cook for 1 minute. Bubbles should start appearing. Turn the heat down to medium. Okay. Maybe the pan's too hot. They're coming. They're coming. What is this song? What are you talking? I suppose with 8 siblings. Wow. Yeah. So there was 8 of you kids, and then so 7 siblings, and now I bet you have a lot of nibblings. And great nibblings too. I'm getting old. Oh my goodness. Do you get to see them very often? I have 4 nieces and 2 nephews. Goodness me. Looks like cottage cheese mixed with cream cheese on the right. Yeah, I see that. So, I'm only in contact with my step nephew nowadays, and not as often as I'd like. He lives in South Carolina. So is that, how far away is that for you? All right, I got mail. There's someone at the door. Who have we got? Morning.
Package for Troy.
Yes. Thank you very much. Fabulous. Have a great day. What do we got? You boys are slack. Amazon. What do we buy on Amazon? All right, I think we can flip them now. I better look what this is before I show you on stream. Might not be appropriate. And it is not appropriate. No, it's not appropriate, but oh my God, it's so little. My new bass should be here. Your new bass, okay, tell me what do you mean by bass? Like a bass guitar? 8 hours drive. Goodness me. All right. So, oh my goodness. Okay, these look good, but I wouldn't say that crap. We haven't got enough bubbles coming to the top and bursting. There should be more bubbles. I think maybe lower temperature. Okay. More holes. A bass guitar. Oh my God. That's so cool. How long have you been doing the music? Spread over. Yeah, I think this is too thick. I'm going to try and add a little bit of water to that batch. Wow, all about that bass, no rhythm. Isn't that what she says? Look at that. Okay, so we're on level 1 heat here. Damn. Hey Daisy One, welcome in. Put these away. Started bass in about 2004. It's 10 years. Can you believe it's 10 years? That's phenomenal. Wow. No, about that bass, no treble. What did I say? What did I say? All about that bass, no. 10 years. What did I say? 20 years. Holy shiza. 20 years. 2004 was 20 years ago. Oh my God. I still think as in the 90s was 20 years ago. So don't even. Did I say no rhythm? All about that bass, no treble. It's so much like no rhythm. It sounds so similar. Shush. Okay. These are so light. Look at this. Skinny's not like Clogman. They smell good. I wonder if they're cooked in the middle. Oh, they're hot. I think in the 80s when people say 20 years ago. Ah, it's so hot. How dare they be so hot? Hey, Chess. No, not cooked. They're very, yeah. Not done. Ooh. Yum. Tastes pretty good though. Hey, buddy. This is Chester. Same here. Can't believe we were in the 2000s for almost a quarter of a century. Do you guys remember when it was like, was it 20th Century Fox became 21st Century Fox or whatever? Was that like the move from the 90s to the 2000s? And can you believe that was 24 years ago? Oh my God. Where is the time gone? I graduated in 2009 from school, and it's just amazing. Hello, buddy. We've got 2 puppies. 1999, dang. And that you were finished school for the end, ready for the end of the world. Honey, I graduated in 1988. You're doing great. Thanks, Jade. Remember Y2K bug paranoia, anyone? I do remember the discussions because my dad was, because my dad was a farmer. My mum was took care of the business part of the farm. And my dad wanted to learn how to use computers and did this computing course thing in the 2000s. And just was being in 2000, I was 8, right? And when the first mobile phone, I think my mum had a Nokia brick, and just learning about computers and Game Boys and just not fully grasping kind of the reality of it, of what people were thinking. Crumpets, yeah, look how good they're looking. Still not getting as good of bubbles as I'd like here. I don't know if we need more water. The bubbles are there. They're just not popping enough. So I've turned down the temperature. We can hopefully cook them a little bit slower. Because if I pop this, look, I don't think I should have popped that. There's bubbles there, but they just aren't popping to the surface. These ones are done. Looking good. Let's try a gluten-free versus a regular. They look lovely. Thank you, Jade. Okay. And then we're going to do some bao in a minute as well. Trying to do some bao. What am I going to do? I'll get some honey, some butter. Butter. How do you like to have your crumpets? What are crumpets exactly? They're just are they just American biscuits? No, they're more like a fat pancake. A fat pancake that has holes in it. It's. I know it's a bit weird to explain, but they're delicious. I usually have them with butter and honey. Today I've got some cream, some thickened cream, and maybe some jam, if I can find it. What is this? Boysenberry jam. And we've got some honey, okay? Whipped ricotta, oh, yum! Love whipped ricotta with honey. I've never had that before. Texture is similar to an English muffin. Tastes more like a pancake, kind of. I wouldn't say that they're like an English muffin. English muffins are quite dry and bready, whereas these are more like fat pancakes. And they're very light. Okay. What? I'm gonna move all this stuff away. Bacon and eggs on crumpets, never had it. Okay, so we didn't get enough bubbles coming to the top, but this is what they kind of look like. And this one I cut in half too early to check the texture. But they're kind of crispy on the bottom. See, this is the texture. They've got like a lot of big air bubbles in them. So our first tester, it looks pretty good. And then these similar, but this is gluten-free. These are a little bit more gelatinous, this first version, but it is quite fluffy. They do taste really good though. I know they don't. Yum. Okay, so let's try with a little bit of this cream. Yeah, I don't know what I should be doing. See these big bubbles? They should kind of come to the surface. And you should have like a lot of holes in there. I love savory toppings, yeah! Okay, let's try some cream on both. Like that. And then we've got this jam all the way from California. Seedless boysenberry jam. What is the taste difference between, let me have a look, let me have a taste. So they have it both of like a bready, yeasty flavour to them because of the yeast in there. The texture wise, they kind of taste like a bit like mochi, like a yeasted mochi. Oh, that's not in focus. There we go. All right, I'm just going to quickly flip these. Oh. So let's have a try. So gluten-free, gluten, the regular ones first. They have this like bready flavour, yeasty kind of beer bread. The butter in is really good. I don't just like wheat. I don't know how to explain, like, just the butter's added a nice bit of saltiness. These, they taste lighter, a little bit more gelatinous in texture, but still a very similar flavour with the gluten ones where they've got the yeast. Yeast is what kind of that fermented yeast flavour is kind of what gives you that bread smell and result. That's it. These they're really nice. Okay, let's try with them with jam and cream. Yum. I probably wouldn't have these regularly, like the jam, I'm not a big jam person. It's usually quite too sweet for me. This is more of like a dessert. But, I would say the jam overpowers the flavour and you just get the texture of the crumpet. Hi. All right, let's go this one. These are much lighter and fluffier, you can definitely see, which I think we might work out how we can recreate that. You would need some more ingredients to do the gluten-free ones. Oh my God, what was I doing? I'll just bite into it. Oh. Yum. Yum. Yeah, these are fatter, fluffier. I have heard of creamed honey. My granddad used to be a beekeeper. It was my favourite type of honey. Oh, that person is cooking with their puppy, yeah. Shall we give him a treat? Where's your treats, Jess? He's going to follow me, okay. No way you would just sit there. We're going to go into the laundry. Get your liver treats. This dog never was really food orientated, but his favourite thing in the world is liver treats. But since he's been sick, he's on steroids, he's a bit more hungry. Creamed maple syrup, really? Can you come over here? Come over here. Come over here. Come here. Can you sit? Can you give me a paw? Can you sit? Stay. 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 Look at me. Oh. Sit. Stay. Stay. Free. Good boy. Good boy, Juby. Good boy. Now Romy's coming. Our other one. Oh, come on, Rome. Come on. Sit. Stay. 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 Free. There we go. Wash my hands. Oh shit, this is still cooking. Okay. You just made his nut. Oh, good. Excuse me. Get down. There. Now I have to go tuck him in bed. Nice. Hope he has a good sleep. Okay. So I'll give some of these to Exceed. I'm going to try and put them on a different burner so they cook slower. A pup stream? Oh my goodness. They cause too much mayhem. All right, I think I'm going to move it to this smaller burner. Just compared, that's what it was on. Way too much heat, whereas this might be a bit lower. Oh, I was going to put some more water in this milk. Hello, how you doing? It's going good for us. We're making some crumpets, some gluten-free and some regular ones to see the difference. Oh. Okay. So we want a higher heat initially, and then once we use the higher heat, then we turn it down. So an initial high heat to get volume and get the bubbles going. Get the bubbles going. What are some first names you encounter the most in real life? Interesting question. Some first names you encounter the most. In Australia, like in everyday life? Like people I know, like Paul. I don't know. I never really thought about that. It's an interesting question. Do you, yeah, in Australia, in everyday life. I don't. Okay, let me think of people who I know who have the same name. Paul, Peter. I've seen 5 YouTubers named Emma. Wow, okay. I could tell you like a friend, like I know maybe 2 Emmas. Michael is quite common. Thomas, spelt a few different ways. Paul, Peter, Andrew, Jacob, Chris. I'm just giving your boys' names at the beginning. Amanda. I grew up, I would say this quite often, that I grew up in a small country town, and I thought that I was the only Lauren in the world. My real name is Lauren, my nickname is Molly. And then I started watching The Nanny, the TV show The Nanny, and the lady that plays Sissy Babcock, her real name is Lauren Lane. And I was like, me and her are the only 2 Laurens in the world. Like, so in my little world of my small country town, that's all I knew. And I didn't know another Lauren. And then I grew up, went to school with a few different Laurens. Or Laura's. Laura's very common. What about you guys? Is there names that you think are really common? I think younger kids these days, or younger, like people my age and younger, there's a lot more variation, I would say, with names. Okay, I've just realized that the gluten-free ones are deflating. Like the texture is quite gelatinous, but they deflate as they cool down. So we need something like to keep that structure. Because they hold the air bubbles, and then when there's no heat, they collapse. Because they don't have any structure like there's reminiscent of the gluten. But the flavour I don't mind. I do like the flavour of them. Went to Catholic school, a lot of Kate's Catherine's variations. Okay. Interesting. I think you have your biblical names are more common. All right, we're gonna try some of the, oh, look at those bubbles, guys. Look at those bubbles. Now I see what you mean about they look more like English muffins. Like that texture is more English muffin than pancake. But see, this is the difference. Like these have collapsed now, and there's not really any structure. See? They taste really good though. They don't look the best, like they look quite gelatinous, but they are really flavorful. So, we're gonna try a little bit of butter. Yellow butter, grass-fed butter from the happy cows in Australia. Look at that. Crazy gold stuff. So I think it's chlorophyll, the chemical that comes from grass, when cows eat grass, that then changes the fat within their body and also the fat of their milk. And so good quality European butter, New Zealand, Australian butter is yellow. It's got a yellow tinge to it. Melted. Grass-fed, cows eat snakes. I don't know about snakes. I think they just eat the grass. I don't like it as much with butter than I do the jam. Our cows eat snakes? No way. I don't think that butter is as fresh as it could be. I don't know about these gluten-free crumpets. I think they taste good. I just don't think they look very good. They don't look appealing compared to a regular crumpet. But I like the texture. Hello. Do you like the texture too? Candy can normally be added to cow feed. What does the candy do? I know that they add candy and candy to pig feed. I got a question I seen we're allowed to ask. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. I don't know about you, but a normal adult grows out of that. If that's what you're doing, then I think you need to go and get checked. Us, functioning adults and functioning humans kind of, grow out of that type of behavior as we get older. But if you find that yourself doing that, you probably need to see a health professional. Because they serve as cheap carbs. Okay. When we were traveling, when I was a kid, we traveled around Australia and we went to a pig farm, and that's what we used to do with the pigs. We used to give them candy. Interesting. I never really thought about it. Right. See how that's nice and fluffy? I don't know how I feel. Maybe I'm going to try and put a lid on it. If I'm putting too much batter in there, I might be putting too much batter, and that's why they're not really getting bubbles on the surface. Maybe if I put a lid, it kind of will dry out the surface a bit more. Our livestock in America gets all sort of leftovers and food waste. Pigs eat, I know pigs more so than cattle. They eat everything and anything. And a lot of feed. So my family background was from farming, my dad's side. And so when we would grow wheat and barley and grains, it would get sorted out. So like the better quality would go to your flour, your higher quality stuff was going to get more money. So the higher the quality of the grain would go to wheat and beer, because barley, it's malted and then it's turned into beer. So that industry will get the higher quality. Your medium grain goes into other sorts of food, and the bottom quality, which is not very good, then that will go into livestock feed, so to animals in the area. And you still get paid for it, but it's not as high quality. Maybe it was kind of save if there's drought or floods. You didn't get the better, there was change in the climate or change in the process mid-season, and the quality of your grain wasn't as good as it could have been, then you'll still get paid for it, but you won't get paid as much. You're aiming to get AA quality or whatever higher grade it is, because then that will be malted barley, turned into food and beer and all the good stuff, and then also goes into high quality, high protein level flour for bread doughs, pastas, exported as well. So interesting. Maybe all those happy cows and happy pigs eating candy. We're like, oh, we want to eat candy. I'm like, just give it to the pigs. They'll be super happy. Okay, no, that did nothing. But look, it says air bubbles here. I just don't know why they're opening. Anyone got any ideas? See, because it's nice and crunchy under bun. So I'll show you a video of what I watched, and that's what I wanted to recreate. If I can find it. No. I saw it on Instagram. Damn it. I like to leave myself. Excuse me, can I get in there? So, would you guys try gluten-free crumpets? I think we need to do some research. The crispiness on the outside, I would say they're like toasted mochi, like a savory toasted mochi. I think they're good. Okay. So this is the video, right? That's what it's supposed to look like. Why aren't mine turning like that? Flour, salt, we did this. Nice music, whisk. We kind of did this. Yeah, we added all the stuff. Maybe it's a little bit wet, the nails. Basically did that. Yeah, hers is way more liquidy than ours, I think. All right, we're gonna add some liquid. It's a good video. Good video. Okay. Come out. Self-belief. The planet Earth. Those disco bleeps are me. All right, I don't know. Oh, it should be muted now. It's all good. All right. Run the ring around. There we go. So maybe, because I was saying before, I like my recipe in First Things First is thinner. Batter is thinner. PhotoShare has pictures of the Australian food chain. Okay. Is that the correct type of flour? I think there are some recipes that don't work if the flour is made from the wrong type of wheat. Soft wheat versus hard wheat. I understand what you're saying. It just says plain flour, like all-purpose flour. It usually doesn't have that much of an impact. This just says white flour, plain all-purpose. Yeah. So she's Australian. It would probably be the same. If you're using bread flour, that's going to give a denser result. So that would give you the difference. But I'm not sure about this. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of milk, I think. Because, yeah, I think hers is a little bit liquidier. Mine's very fluffy. Where is my spray? because a looser batter, it's going to give air bubbles a better chance of rising. So I have to figure it out. Now I'm out of batter, so I'll try the gluten-free one as well to make that looser. How are you doing, Ariana? Ariana? How you been? I was just checking. I thought it had an A on the end, and it did. Go to E. Needle burrito! It's a random thought because in the States, the southern states more often have plain white flour made with soft wheat, and the northern states have plain white flour made with hard wheat. Interesting. Interesting. I've never had too much experience. So Australian varieties are more of a harder wheat, from my understanding. I have to have a check. Let's have a Google real quick. We're making Crumpets. Hey Annie, welcome back. Okay, Australian hard versus soft wheat. Hard wheat has a high protein content, which produces a strong elastics. Yeah. So soft wheat has a low protein content. That's what it kind of means. We grow a variety, but a all-purpose plain flour should be it's more soft, or a lower protein content. But it's a blend of both. Whereas a high protein flour or a baker's flour or a strong flour is going to be primarily your hard wheat, but they're sold separately. It's like 00 flour, your Italian blend flour for pasta and things will be sold separately. Because you don't when a recipe calls for all-purpose flour, you want to have the all-purpose, the same results, right? And recipes should stipulate all-purpose versus bread flour or a high-protein flour, because if you're leaving it up to interpretation, you're allowing your community or the people that make your recipe to fail. You're opening them up to failure. So I like to stipulate bread flour, high protein flour, whatever. A lot of my recipes, you can do both, but specifically naan bread, bagels, soft burger buns on the recipe, you'll get a better result, a better rise, chewiness if you're using bread flour, which is a high protein flour, or a hard flour, as you said. When you're making bread products, if you want them to be chewy, you want them to have good structure, go bread flour. If you want them to be light and fluffy, like a cake, you want to use plain flour, all-purpose flour. If you want them to be super light, you want to use a cake flour or a mixture of corn flour, cornstarch, and plain flour to give you less gluten, more lift. Because there's they don't have to push, the air bubbles don't have to push through too much structure. They'll be light and fluffy. And you get that from a cake, like a chiffon cake. A lot of that lift comes from the eggs, the protein from the eggs rather than the protein from the gluten. Okay? All right. So we're getting some bubbles coming to the surface, which is good. Yeah, I think there's more bubbles, just on a lower temperature. Hello, Chuba. I think this butter has been sitting out on inside the bench for a little bit. It's okay, but I'm going to refresh it, get rid of it. We haven't been eating too much butter this last few weeks. I like this. Gelatinous, mochi style. I know you like it too. You can't have this. Good catch. Good jump, I mean. Okay. So once those crumpets are done, then we're going to get into the bao, or the char siu. I don't think I'm going to do, I know I've half made it, but I feel like we've got enough carbs from the crumpets. I think we're going to do char siu beef and like a bowl. I think we're just going to stick with a bowl. We'll do the bao another day. Cool? Nito, how's work? How's Friday? How many of you are working right now?
Delicious.
Smokeless Snake, thank you for the resub. 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you for supporting the channel. More Korean recipes. What can you recommend? Redeem it and I'll make it. Oh, it's your fortnightly Friday off. My goodness. Then where were you before? Kidding. Do you have a good sleep? Do you have a nice sleep in? What's on the plans for today? I make bibimbap all the time. Bulgogi beef and bibimbap. It's my go-to recipe when I can't bother cooking. We buy bulgogi beef from Costco. I really want to make it again myself. I haven't made it for a while, but the one I usually have it frozen from Costco, and we make bibimbap all the time. So instead of doing bibimbap or bulgogi beef, we're going to do char siu bowls today. So I've got sushi rice, sumo. Oh, poor Mr. B. Hope he's okay. If I was edamame, here. Never buy this edamame. I thought was cheap. You know why? Because you need to peel it yourself. Where's that fly coming from? Change my mind. Army base stew. Tell me what that is. It's in an army base stew. Okay, first you need to go to missmollymakes.com, and then you got to go type in char siu. Margot, you're in Melbourne. Sumo would be so much fun. Can you take a friend? Okay. The things you'll need: beef, soy sauce, mirin, garlic, ginger, corn flour, Chinese 5-spice, hoisin, shaoxing. Cool? Brown sugar. So, we go to the pantry. Sounds like a pot of mystery meat served with a slab of government cheese. Nice. Edamame is fun to peel. Not when you have to peel a lot of it. Basically a spicy soup with beans, noodles, spam, Polish sausage. So I'm guessing the Polish were allies to get the Polish sausage. They just grabbed a lot of stuff in the army base to make the stew. I like it. Okay. I never had anything. What kind of beans? And noodles, would you be like a rice noodle? Okay. A little bit of difference, not a lot. So, flip this over. I'm going to put the heat right underneath it. What versus Allies versus Axis, I think. What do you mean by Axis? I haven't heard that term before. Allies versus Axis. The Polish were the second country invaded, if I remember correctly. Okay. But I don't think Allies really fit. Pork and beans. All right. Okay. Soy sauce, mirin, corn flour, soy, oh no, oh my God, bless my beautiful husband for cleaning up, but do you know what he's done? I love this man to bits. I love him, but I didn't tell him something, and he's just been the lovely human that he is. He's cleaned up. Oh my God, guys. I have a soy sauce like container that I continually refill because I bought a big jug of soy sauce and I have a small jug that I just decant into, and it was empty. So I put it back here and he's seen it and he's put it in the bin because he's amazing. He's cleans up. He's just great. But I didn't communicate to him. Damn it. Damn it. So now we get, where is the soy sauce? Here. Okay, and then we need hoisin here, ginger, garlic, cornstarch, or we need mirin, which is that. Damn. So mean gonna do. I don't have any corn flour. I'll use tapioca flour, tapioca starch. Okay. If you want to, please next time, it's just to check if you can post links in Discord, because in stream chats, just we don't, but sometimes you'll get automatically timed out. Best thing to do is ask the mods or myself, but I can't click on anything on links in stream. It's best to do it in Discord if you want to show me something. I have Discord open. Just because we get a lot of stuff get shared or inappropriate stuff. Okay. Discord, thanks Nido. All right, so first we can make our sauce. A sauce. Sauce here. So we need a quarter of a cup of soy sauce. So light soy. So there's multiple variations of soy sauce, for those that people don't know. You've got soy sauce, you've got light soy, you've got dark soy. Soy is sometimes a blend of light and dark, but if in doubt, always go light. Dark soy is, I like to have both in the pantry because they come in handy for some recipes. Dark soy is less salty, richer color, richer flavor, but not really salty. It has more like umami flavor in. Whereas light soy is saltier but lighter in color. So for majority of the time when people say soy, they're meaning light soy. Okay, so a quarter of a cup, like that. Oh, I didn't get sesame oil. Whoops. Quarter of a cup of mirin. Austria may have been the first invaded, but that's up for debate because the Austrians basically invited the Germans in. Okay. Also, low soy salt. Can't even speak. Yes, salt reduced. Yes. All right. Okay. A third of a cup of hoisin. So this recipe's on the website. I know what you mean, Ariane, but ads, you do a great job of watching ads to support the channel. We get a small little bit of income from them, so it's good for us. I know that they can be annoying, but I do thank you for them, for watching them. Hoisin, Chinese 5-spice, garlic and some ginger. So we've got garlic here. Hey Google, add garlic to my shopping list. Chinese 5 spice is
Okay,
5 spice.
I added garlic to the list called shopping.
This. How much? Half teaspoon. Yum. Hey. So garlic, and then we're gonna grab some ginger. I store my ginger in the freezer. Makes it easier to grate, and it keeps it like fresh, so it doesn't just, like, you know, shrivel. I've got some news that I wanted to share. Who wants to hear it? Sure. You said that the sauce was on the website, right? So I can catch the ingredients if I missed. Yes, it's the char siu beef. Char siu beef with snow peas. Okay, I'll post it in. It's delicious. There you go. So ginger like that. All right. Wanting you appreciate that you have a message to share, something like that. If it's not personal, it's probably not appropriate for a cooking stream. Feel free, like, we don't talk about politics, we don't talk about religion. It's a fun place where people can get together, have light-hearted conversations, a little bit deeper conversations, but something like that is a bit personal to have a conversation here. So while I do appreciate your beliefs and your opinion, probably not the right thing for here. We love for you to hang out, but yeah, warning you, did definitely. This is a place for everyone to hang out, but it's not, that type of topic is not for everyone. Oh, that's, in anger. See, a little bit more air bubbles, so it's doing better. So I think we need a looser dough. Did we have one in last week as well? Oh, the mods usually take care of it for me. How you doing, chef? What's crack-a-lackin'? How's your week been? You been keeping out of trouble? Just take my rings out. I kind of want English muffins, right? Do you guys want an English muffin recipe? I've got one. When we go back to gluten, I'll give you my English muffin recipe. Always in trouble, aren't we all? Okay. So into here, we're just gonna grab ground beef. Oh, press the wrong button. There we go. Moving on. Who's been misbehaving this week? You guys ready for the weekend? Guess what I get to do all weekend? Paint. Hopefully no cutting fingers this week. Might move this back here. My base is here! I love to see it. Post it in Discord, in the photo share channel. Heard you say. Okay, so just ground beef. Chop, 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 chop it up. Yes, please. Hubby loves English muffins. Okay. I am struggling at the moment with a bit of like creative block. So if you have something that you'd like me to see my version of, something on the website, please let me know, because I'm just kind of struggling with what I release and what you guys want. I'll be making this for Sunday dinner. Oh, bunch of frozen beef, fabulous. Works so nicely. And it's really versatile. You can use beef, ground beef, you can use pork, you can use chicken, turkey. It's very good. Lemon pepper wings. You're the, I think, second or third person who's asked for wings this week. I have garlic parmesan wings and they're fantastic. Okay. So just breaking up big chunks. Back in anchor, I heard you. Okay, while that's cooking, this little plate that I want to get used to putting my spoon on. This. There we go. Okay, so cook that. Hottest pepper in the world, Pepper X. Would I eat it like, if we did a stream challenge, I would. Yeah? But I need some, like, if you guys are going to send me hot sauce, I'd like some nice normal hot sauces that I can use regularly. I would try the Pepper X one, of course. You guys send me all like ridiculous 6 million Scoville, whatever. Ones with pepper extract and... I just want normal. Is it too hard to just give me normal hot sauce? Okay. Ginger, we haven't added the garlic yet. Hi, Fred. You can change your name colour. You haven't seen Molly with hot sauce, have you? I need to go back on the website and add comments. Please do. Fred, how you been? What's been happening? You have a good Christmas and New Year? Yes, we like hot sauce around here. Right now I've got a fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Make sure you're keeping hydrated. Give you you eat some hot sauce. Break the fever with some hot sauce. Molly nurse tactics. Have a nice cold bath. Shower. I did have some hot sauce. You think it's the flu or what's happening? Molly is a nurse, you can trust her. Yes. Okay, this is my first time seeing this base. I have no idea what colour this is. You ordered a base that you didn't know what colour it'd be? I'll show you what I bought Exceed for Christmas. No, for his birthday. Same thing. It's a day apart. They're basically the same thing. I want you, baby. Okay, so 2 hot sauces that we really like. This didn't come in a larger size, but this is Cholula and Frank's Red Hot. So good. I think it was like $50 for both of these. Or $50, $60 for both of them. This is 64 fluid ounces or 2 quarts or nearly 2 litres. And then this is 3.78 litres. Yeah. I've never tried the green Cholula. Cholula is good on everything. Do you guys have a favourite hot sauce? We love Cholula. It's just like a nice medium hot sauce that's good on most stuff. Like we do like hotter, but it's not too hot. We have it on, Exceed would eat it on everything. I'm not sure if the green Cholula is available in Australia. Did we put maroon in here already? I don't think we did. I think maybe we did. Okay, a bit of pepper. We did get them from Chili Mojo, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All good. All right. This is our sauce. Oh, I'm throwing beef out of the frying pan. So you get sweetness from the brown sugar and the hoisin. We're going to add some Shaoxing wine. I know I didn't add that. Hold on, I've never heard of that brand. Yucateco? Tell me what Yucateco is. So it's kind of like Chinese barbecue beef. It's so good. You can do pork as well. Pork is most common, but I just like beef. We don't need a lot of pork in our house. Beautiful Chinese side of spice. We've been trying to get smell-o-vision for ages, I know. It smells incredible. You can get it at Woolies here. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Yucateco. Okay, Yucateco. It is not available. Okay, it says restock. Expected on the 27th of January. There's a jalapeno, a chipotle hot salsa, or an extra hot habanero. What do you recommend? Is the jalapeno good? Mexican hot sauce, it's good. Maybe it wasn't the sauce, but I have trust issues. I can understand that. Very versatile. Okay. I prefer jalapeno. I think I'm going to go jalapeno when it comes back. I'll put it on my list. Yucateco. I'll see if it's available for delivery. It's not available at that store. Usually I go to the gym and then I pick up my groceries. It must be not available in the state. Do you know what I've been trying to get my hands on? It's not in Western Australia. That Tony Chocolonely chocolate. I cannot get it in Perth. It's meant to be available in Woolworths and Coles, or just Woolies, but we don't get it here. I don't know if it's been summer and it's been too hot to transport over, but I want me some Tony Chocolonely. Tony's is decent. I heard some good things. Oh my God, I think of you whenever I see it. Give me some! What is it? Google it. Tony, Tony, space Chocolonely. No, Chocolonely. 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 Can we do that? Eat some in your honor? Send a photo of it and then eat it, yes. Minus 12 degrees Celsius. Shut up, Fred. It's like 70 Fahrenheit here today and 75% humidity. Disgusting, I tell you. Okay, we need to cook the edamame, heat it up so we can pop it out. "19 here, Molly. This summer has sucked." What do you mean this summer has sucked? Come over here. It's disgustingly hot and humid. It's gross. You guys are getting like good weather. You guys get to have like jumpers, sweaters, and we have to be dying. You've had 2 hot days, baby. Come over here. Come visit. You can come stay with us. I'll put you in our spare room. I'll take the air conditioner remote and you can just bathe in there. Melbourne summer has been meh. We had like this week has been so hot. I am exhausted just from not being able to sleep and just been too hot. We haven't been able to really take the dogs out for a walk. It's been like 35 to 40 degrees. I got up to 42. I'll pay you in Tony's, no worries. I wouldn't call being cold in summer good weather. I love being cold all year round. I like it being like a mild 20 degrees Celsius. 15 to 20 I think is good. Being bright though, the sun is out, but it's not coming near you. I like where it's bright because it increases your mood. If you're having bright light, improves your mood, but then being able to walk around in like a shirt and shorts and yeah, it's my ideal weather. We did a few days, I know, I heard about it. Did you enjoy yourself? I wouldn't mind if we were going to have the warmth in other seasons, but this is our one chance. I take 5 degrees Celsius if the sun was on me, yeah? When we lived in Melbourne, we were there for 2 summers and it was hot. Like we got really hot heat and then we must have just left and the sun just followed us. I bought a desktop portable evaporative cooler to deal with the heat. I just blow that in my face. I bought a tower fan that sits next to my bed, and that's nice. But if it's not on you, then you don't really feel it. Like if it's you kind of have to have your blankets off you, and it be on your skin. You can feel it. We're getting our split system air conditioner moved over top of our bed because at the moment it's just really on Exceed. He'll tell you that we chose the wrong thing, but I didn't want it above our bed. I wanted it to the side because I assumed it would blow the cold air around. Turns out it doesn't, and it angles down and it gets him, but it doesn't. Our room is quite large, and it blows into our ensuite, not into our room. So we're getting it moved a metre and a half above our bed. It's a metre and a half across. If anyone knows an electrician that can do it, the guy quoted us $700 to move it, just the indoor unit. So we're getting other quotes. But that's ridiculous. Do you have a ceiling fan? Well, we do have a ceiling fan as well, but Exceed, I understand Exceed has kind of like a phobia from childhood of the ceiling fan like dropping off the ceiling. He just has like each to their own. He just doesn't like, and because the dogs sleep on the bed, he's worried about if it drops off the fan, it would kill the dogs. Which, if someone has a phobia, you got to be respectful, right? Like, worth the risk. So yeah, we're just trying to figure out what we do. It hasn't been, up until like this last week, 2 weeks, it hasn't been an issue for us. We've been in this house for nearly 2.5 years. I want to get ducted heat converted to heating and cooling. My ducted heating converted to heating and cooling. Yeah, that's good. We decided, so we got split systems in 5 of the rooms. So we've got 3 bedrooms, our bedroom, and then 1 in our kind of living room, which is at the side of the house. And we got a bigger unit for our bedroom because it's kind of like an open, it's a weird shaped room, but it's not strong enough. Or we think, I don't know if anyone knows anything about air conditioners, how you can calibrate. It just doesn't get cold. We think that maybe it's been calibrated wrong or something because it doesn't feel cold ever. It's only, 2 years old. So it's never made, we always thought maybe it wasn't strong enough for the room. But the guy told us that it was overpowered for the room. So I don't know, but it don't get cold enough. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, you can't sleep with a fan on like that because it might rock off the ceiling and break loose and get you. And then again, I grew up with fans that were crushingly attached to the ceiling and just wobbly. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, so that was our plan, is to get it moved and serviced. And I might Google how to calibrate it myself. It's a Mitsubishi heavy unit. Okay, so that's our beef. Oh, take this off. So it's got a bit of tapioca starch in this now, just to help thicken. I added a little bit of extra liquid, just to kind of create more sauce. And then the tapioca starch or corn starch, corn flour, will create it like a glossier sauce. Cool? Usually you have, as I mentioned before, you have snow peas and greens, choy sum for this recipe. Unfortunately, they're out of stock this moment of the year. So what I'm gonna do is use edamame and maybe some avocado, or we'll see. There's a fly. There's 2 flies. He dead now? I think they came in when I went outside. Tapioca starch is great for coating chicken. I heard so is potato starch. So when we get back to gluten, I'm going to do a variation of the molly fried chicken and try it with half potato starch and half plain flour. See how that turns out. Crispier. We'll see. I'm always trying to improve my molly fried chicken recipe. Okay, so I've got sushi rice here. So this is just sushi rice, and then once it's been cooked in the pressure cooker, I mix it with a little bit of sugar and rice vinegar. Okay, so like that. I'm going to microwave this for about 2 minutes. Like the air I'm breathing. We'll use it instead of flour to make homemade chicken nuggies. Okay. So you just do 100%. Oh God, 100% tapioca. Interesting. Okay. Not a blend. Interesting. Hey Ed, what's crack-a-lackin'? And there's a definite silence. Cleaning up the stuff behind. Okay. Edamame. Basically didn't really need to be cooked. Just needed to be heated slightly just to get the pods defrosted and warmed. I'm paying extra next in this shopping order to get them peeled. Take too long to cook. Curry powder, paprika and garlic. Okay. I use paprika, garlic powder, chili flakes. So they're my go-to. Oh God, my ear hurts. Wash my hands again. What was the last thing you had to eat, everybody? What was the last? Did you have a tea, coffee? Last thing you put? I was going to say, what did you put in your mouth? But like, what was the last thing you ate or drank? The last thing to touch your lips. Nito, get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. An open Coke. Or original or No sugar. How do you do your Coke? Streaming right now, and Chester is just watching me. Guys, look at this. This is the kitchen. This is what the kitchen looks like. This is the wall we're painting this weekend. Look at him just sit there and watch me. That's the... He's just chilling out. Always keeps an eye on me. Supervisor, yeah. He's just on the drop sheets. Okay. Oh, these are a bit odd. You said eat or drink. 100 cubes of cheese. Oh, wow. Tiny cubes of cheese with the pepperoni and some tea. I forgot. It's now cold. I'm always like that. I've been drinking cold tea. Yes. He has a little bit of, we said Gladchester's doing well. Hold on, just turn this down. Hold on, how to turn it down? God, which way do I go? Is it down or down? Oh, what the heck? I could turn these down. There we go. There we go. Turn it down. He has a little bit of a sore on his foot. He may have heard it when we were walking or at the groomer. I'm not sure, but we've been soaking it in some betadine, some iodine, and some salted water. So we're keeping an eye on it because he could get an infection, and because he's on chemo, which he hasn't had this morning. We need to be really careful, but he goes to the vet on Wednesday. So Wednesday afternoon after stream, I take him up to the vet and we have a checkup after, it's been 6 weeks. And I get very nervous and I get a bit anxious before every vet check. But he doesn't like the heat, but he's doing really well. Classic Coke. Last night's pizza and hot chips. I got coffees on the way from Macca's. So, Anita, you went out and got Macca's coffee and hot chips. Nice. Hey, Cad. Good morning. Good evening to you. How's your week been? Been keeping out of trouble? Okay, this is a bit boring, but this is just peeling. Meh? Me too. Oh, I just want a big sleep in a cold, really cold room with big blankets. That's what I dream of at the moment. Pizza and hot chips were last night's dinner. We are lazy and get Macca's coffee delivered most mornings. Damn. You don't have a coffee machine? Yep. Oh, what kind of coffee machine do you have? Work was rough this week. Had to make some tough decisions that weren't fun for anybody. It's the shitty thing about being in management, but hopefully in a few more hours, 12, 24, you'll be at the weekend and hopefully have some time to rest. Breville Barista Pro. Okay, but that's a more work, isn't it? That's not like a fully, maybe just get an automatic one. Hand that back, get an automatic one. But it's for the best, 100% CAD. I can understand that. Best for the company and family decisions as well. But good on you for making them, the hard decisions. You know when it's right, you know, you've got your intuition, you know you got to just trust it and trust that it is going to work out. Doesn't seem like it then in the moment, but good on you for having the strength. And if there's anything, you know, we're always here for you. If you want some more ice cream to get you through it. You got one of those smancy units. The Breville. We have a barista touch. I love it. I just want to get better beans. At one stage when Exceed and I were drinking a lot of more coffee, Exceed was drinking like 2 a day. He doesn't drink any now. We were justifying paying more for beans. We were paying like $50 a bag of beans. Not 50, $40 for a bag of beans. And they were really nice because they were single origin, but they did taste good. But you know, you just Exceed stopped, and I can't justify that for myself. And it's taking me like 2 months to get through a bag myself. A coffee maybe once a week, twice a week. Didn't you say Australia had the best beans? We got some Fruit Loops. Coffee beans? She meant baked beans. Australia's got some good baked beans. We've got some Fruit Loops. We've got some few different good things around here. Australia has good coffee, not necessarily grown here, but the coffee culture is the best. It's Italian influenced. Great coffee in Australia. But the beans are grown in Colombia, Brazil. When I lived in Brazil, I had some amazing coffee. A lot of great places around. My brother and sister-in-law, I don't have a sister, they live in Colombia, and sometimes they bring coffee back. They're hopefully coming back for Christmas, so I get to meet my nephew, and then hopefully they bring me coffee. Hopefully, I might have a baby by then. And then because I don't know how, if you're allowed to drink coffee when you're pregnant, or much. It's like a small amount, hey? What? What do you mean, what? Actually, no, I did use it. Made ramen. Oh, okay. Only ever had one of those super cheap Mr. Coffee 4-cup brewers. Okay. Sounds like we should be expecting an announcement. No. No. And don't ask. If it happens, and you'll know when it does. No way. We're still deciding, guys. If it happens, it happens. If it's going to be, it's going to be. Don't put pressure on me. Oh! Because I don't know, like, I am the person that I don't like to hide things, and the way that I took, by then, thought you meant you were already expecting. You'll know if I am, when I am. It would be cool to have a kid by the end of the year, because then I don't have to go through summer pregnant. But the dog wants beans. Yeah, no, we're not sure. But yeah, Exceed and I have discussed this, you know, like it doesn't feel like us to like hide things or whatever. Like if it does happen, you know, obviously, I don't know how I feel. I don't want to be. I just remember summer is December down there. Yeah. Or practicing. It's not practice anymore. They are pros. It's practicing in a different way. I don't know how, because I also don't know how Exceed feels when I talk on stream. So I don't ever want to say anything that he doesn't feel comfortable with sharing and things like that. Like, Molly After Dark, here we go. And like, a lot of the time I'm an open book. Like, I don't mind sharing, like me and my girlfriend, we talk about everything and anything. Like, there's a lot of stigma and there's a lot of shame and things about through this type of topic, and like taboo and what people talk about and intimate details and things like that. And like, yeah, you don't have to tell us when you and Exceed do that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to see what arrived before? Look. Everyone is an adult. Everyone knows how babies are made. Who sent that? Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. New ingredient of the year announced. But I just don't like. I grew up in a very open family with clear, like, open communication and like. I think that I don't know, I believe in sharing things because you never know what other people are going through, and if you can break down the stigma and the shame and things that happen with our human bodies, then it's yeah. But also, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable coming to a cooking stream. You know what I mean? But it's my kitchen. That was the great timing. My fiance just looked at the screen and saw that. Sorry. Edible or flavor? I just thought I'd share. But do you know what I mean? And I thought you guys would be supportive of things, because everyone goes through different struggles and yeah. Are those crumpets? Yes, these are crumpets. Gluten and gluten-free. Just about. It's just about the crumpets, yeah. Gets back to cooking related. Now the fiance is getting ideas. No, it's just hilarious that he had been insinuating things all day. No, which one tasted better? It's dependent. Obviously, gluten. These are what we know and love. But I was impressed with the gluten-free ones. The texture is probably not for everyone. It's more like a kind of a fried mochi. Flossie, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being so supportive of the channel and me and content we make and the recipes. I love having you a part of the community. Just cooking in a different oven. Yeah, so it's kind of like a fried mochi type thing, a little bit more gelatinous. The crumpets tasted better than the lubricant. Okay, so we've got some rice in here. I don't know, like, how do you ship crumpets so quickly to compare? I have my ways. All right, so I'm just gonna heat this up a little bit. Char siu beef. My new coffee cup. Cad, look what is the best steak, guys. I got a mug. Feel free to PO box me your state's mug. I'm going to collect them all. You can call me Molly Catch'em because I'm going to collect them all. Look at this. Love that it's red too. I don't know if Australia has these type of mugs. Indiana, I heard. So we've got Linky. We've got a bridge. I'm a Hoosier now because it's the Hoosier state. Am I saying it right? I wonder why we call crumpets English muffins. They're different. English muffins and crumpets are different. Hey Google, what's the difference between English muffins and crumpets?
On the website masterclass.com, they say, batter. Crumpets have a loose batter and are usually cooked inside of a crumpet ring mold. English muffins have a firm dough, and the muffins are usually rolled out into little balls before cooking on the stove. Texture. English muffins have more of a bread-like texture, while crumpets have a spongy texture.
Yeah. Hoosier. Everyone's telling me different things over the last 3 days. People are telling me different things. So I don't know who I can trust. Okay, so as I said before, you would do greens with this, but we have, like, I would do bok choy, choy sum, green beans, whatever, but we're kind of out of stock. So, hussier. Okay, so these are the crumpets. Gluten-free, regular. Aren't you from Ohio? He is. But are they next door to each other? So I was saying. Who's your? This is being a more z sound. Hoosier. Like that. Okay, so that's your fluffy rice. Edamame. Hoosier. There we go. Lots of edamame. Are they referred to as beans? I would send you a mug, but it would bust. It would be all corn, just be all corn. Yeah. I'd still. It would, you can't digest it, so it would just go in and out the same way, but we'll try. As long as I don't have to peel it myself. I don't really like corn husks. They make the same style of mug from my state. I think they all do. I think Starbucks do ones for every state. It's called like State Bean There series from Starbucks. Try not to stab myself. Bean There. The knife just went through the avocado and hit my hand, but don't worry, it hasn't pierced anything. I guess that's because Starbucks HQ is here. Yeah. So they do one for every state, from my understanding. Okay. So I'm only adding avocado because it's green and I've got it here, but it should have snow peas and choy sum. Okay? Still going to be good. The first Starbucks store is really run down now. The first Starbucks in Seattle. Exceed and I were there in 2016, and it was looking pretty old. But the reserve one's really cool. Drew served us, and he also served Cad. Isn't that right, Cad? Am I remembering correctly? There was this, so it was so funny. Cad sent us a photo. Yeah. So when we went to Seattle, this guy served us. He was amazing, and yeah. And then then Cad went there. So Cad posted a photo, and I was like, I know that guy. Like, we followed each other on Instagram, and he was just a lovely dude. And turns out that Cad, a year later, had been served by the exact same person, Drew, because they'll have their name badges on. All right, a little bit more spring onion, because why not? But the last time, Saturday, I chopped spring onion, took my finger off. So you got to be careful. The springs can pop out, and then you're in trouble. Okay, first and only time having a vacuum press coffee. Yeah, I think he made us coffee with a Bunsen burner. It was really weird. Okay, look at these. Yum. How good this looks. So you can do char siu tofu, char siu pork, turkey, chicken, whatever you like. The recipe's on the website. And it was good, but not worth buying my own. Yeah, I want a nitro press machine. I'd drink more coffee if it was nitro press. Kidding. Gonna break that up. Have a little taste. ABT, guys. Oh my gosh, so good. Here we go. I learned a trick. Pickled ginger. Oh. Sesame seeds. Pickled ginger sounds good. Nito burrito. Hey Google, add pickled ginger to my shopping list.
I can only do that once I verify your voice. Try going to assistant settings, then checking your voice box.
Hey Google, add pickled ginger to my shopping list.
Sure. I added pickled ginger to the list called shopping.
Exceed probably won't like much of this, so I'll put most of it on my side. He'll probably pick it off. Look at that colour! What do we think? Char siu beef bowls, baby! Pretty. And then there's my coffee that I still haven't drank from this morning. Margot, what was it called? There was this Japanese curry place that me and Margot used to get all the time. It said pickled ginger in it. Well, Nito actually introduced me to having Japanese curry with pickled ginger on the side. And I have to say, it's been amazing. The bowls are supposed to be in the beef. The bowls? The bowls. Bowls. Not a bowl, a bowl. Do you mean don-dons? What a cool name. Don-dons. Don in Japanese means... What is don in Japanese? Don is bowl, bowl bowls. Bowl bowls. Yeah, Japanese bowl bowls. I tried that once, I got thrown out of the buffet. No, you're thinking of Rocky Mountain oysters. Oh my God, Don-Don's in Melbourne. Oh, the place is called Don-Don's? I totally misread the title, thinking it was going to be bowls this entire time. The flavours, like, it's char siu beef, like barbecue beef. Kind of goes with the edamame. Less so than with the avocado, but Okay, so Wednesday's stream, we played games while we cooked. Exceed asked me, am I going to be playing games today? And I thought, I don't want it to become like boring. So I thought we'd just do it on Wednesdays. What do you think? So, oh, this is so good. I'm just trying with the pickled ginger. Oh, yeah. Remember that time we played Monopoly on stream? Wednesdays work. Cool. So Tuesday nights, we'll just, because I don't want you guys to feel as though like you miss out on cooking, and then I want it to be a fun stream on Wednesdays where you guys are interactive all the time playing the games. So we played Words on stream, we played Gartic. Remember that time Molly played basketball on stream? Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your time. This was up here. Remember that time we won Monopoly on stream? Did you really? Did you really? I need proof of that. I don't believe you won. Oh, let's talk about Don Don's. I need curry now. Well, next week we're making donuts. No Don Don's, but donuts. The donuts. But you know what we're doing even better than curry, noodles, donuts? We're making bagels. So we're going to try gluten-free bagels versus regular bagels. So we're going to do bagels from this cookbook, and then versus the Molly bagels, because I know Exceed will be happier to eat. That's why we did it today. Regular crumpets versus these crumpets. I like them. I don't think he will. 2 days, 21 hours. Could I do some welcome back? And then Wednesday. I don't know what's happening on Wednesday. Friday is donuts, gluten-free donuts. And that's going to be fun. Wednesday's stream, we've got games. If you have any suggestions for community games, I personally like the ones where chat controls the stream. I did see the French toast. It looks amazing. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in 2 years. We've still been here, streaming 3 days a week. So welcome back to you. Connections. Is that a game? Or you just want to make a connection with us? Connect 4? So on Wednesday stream, it worked really well. Like, rather than like Stream Racer, where I have to control, and Marbles, where I have to control the camera, I really liked Words on Stream and Gartic, because I could cook or I could prep while you guys were playing, and I could be involved without having to be too involved. We might try Marbles. No, it's a game by New York Times, Connections. Could you put it in Discord for me? Are you still an awesome food streamer? I'm certain of it. 100%. 100%. Bigger and better than ever.
Delicious.
Annie, welcome in. Thank you for the sub. Okay, I did see something. I don't know where it comes up, because I was playing around on Twitch in the back end, and I did this challenge, but I don't know how it works, because you can change mod settings so we can start the next level too. Mod settings in marbles? What are you talking about, Nito? Okay, yeah, I started this thing. It was, oh God, challenge your community. And it says in progress, but start a new goal. I don't know what exactly it was. Start this community challenge. Double click those details. Once started, you'll be able to edit this community challenge. What is this? What does it say the challenge is? Do something fun. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. And I didn't know how to use it. Is it channel points? Molly dollars. Oh, it's Molly dollars. I didn't know what it was. Play something to spend my Molly dollars on. Finally something. Thank you guys. I had no idea, but you guys have got so many bloody Molly dollars that I don't know what to do with them. I wasn't sure if it was like a Molly dollar or a bit or some type of goal. So now it makes sense. It's a thing where community contribute channel points to a goal. Okay. I'm going to have to make it way higher then. All right, something fun. What's something fun? Usually it's a goal, like a certain game, or wear a costume, or do a different kind of stream. Okay. What's something fun? Megan dance? What's a Megan dance? Isn't Megan the robot doll? That was too easy. I know you guys killed it. Well, only a person can, so one person can only contribute 2,000 points per stream, okay. So there could be a community goal to get Exceed on stream. I like that. I like that idea when he's around. Yeah, you did it on stream. Did we? Maybe he did it. I've never done it. I don't really, there's so much stuff in the back end of Twitch that I cannot grasp. And the whole, we've streamed for nearly 7 years. Yeah, nearly 7 years in April. We're going to start planning the 7-year celebration. But school just cancelled. Oh my God. Nearly 7 years, 2017. Can you believe it? Yeah, there's heaps of stuff that I know, but I don't care to learn. Exceed sets up the stream. It's only stuff that I do in my streams in my office. It's a little bit tricky because we use vMix here, but I use OBS in my office to do gaming streams and things that I don't know where he puts things or exports images and things like that, or where he puts graphics or stream stuff. Could you do point redeems for sound bites and stuff? Could do. vMix, Vitamix? No. So vMix is a paid production level software. So it's a paid version of OBS that media companies and stuff use. It was because we had so many cameras and the things that we wanted to do, we still don't use it to its full potential. You can do instant replays and things like that. But it just for us, it's just fantastic. It's kind of gives you more functionality than OBS does. But a lot of streamers don't need the stuff that we do. We can do video calls. We can send a community member a link and it's basically a video chat that they can then come on stream. Instant replays, yeah. And stuff, if Exceed was producing the channel like he used to, he can do instant replays and do all different cool things. It's when you're watching the Super Bowl and things, we can do that. We have that functionality of doing instant replays and effects on the screen and yeah. But it's a lot of work to kind of set it up. Video is cool for Make with Molly. Yeah. So we're thinking of bringing Make with Molly back. I've talked to Elgato, and they are pretty keen to do some giveaways. I've had no recent, not a lot of time to organise it the last few weeks since the new year, and we've been painting 24/7. But I can sit down and discuss it with the mods and see what we can do. Need Tangier for fun sound effect redemptions. Tangier? Maybe let's discuss that in mod chat. That would be cool. I'd like to do different stuff, get you guys interactive in stream, and create some fun stream moments. What do you think? So, as I said, Wednesdays are going to be community games. I was going to alternate Monday nights, Monday days, every 2 weeks, every fortnight. But how many people are interested in that? If we're just doing the small games, like stream games, versus like golf with friends or Call of Duty or that, then I need to not be in the kitchen. So maybe every 3 weeks we do community kitchen games, and then on the 4th week we do actual office streams, so I can be sitting down. I don't know what's going to work best. I'm just going to play around, F around and find out with all the time zones and the changes, see what sticks. Throw some stuff and see what sticks. All right. Great idea. Time zones are tricky. You guys just don't wake up early enough when we do nighttime streams. Everyone's asleep. I think you just have to decide by trial and error. How dare you not wake up at 4 a.m. when we're going live streaming? You're ridiculous, guys. I'm an early bird. Okay, 3 p.m. Sally. All right. So, oh, Negan's live. Haven't rated Negan in a while. Okay. Thank you. I'm a night owl. Okay. I don't know how you do it, Annie. I don't know how you stay up, because I just can't function on lack of sleep. It's not for me. Okay. Thank you for those people who have contributed to today's stream. Yappin's gifted to... this isn't... It actually was a 12-month gift sub to Mouse. So, Smokeless Snake, thank you for the resub. Flossy for 22 months. And Annie, welcome to Mollytopia. It's lovely to have you with us. Thank you for subbing. Ooh. Guys, thank you for being here. So we're going to send you off over to Chef Negan. She's doing a road trip, traveling stream. Should be a bit of fun. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Bit of fun, bit of chilled vibes, doing some gluten-free food. We'll be back on Monday. So join Discord, check out the website, cook something, comment on it, make my weekend, make me happy. But most importantly, take care, brush your hair, be good to yourself and those around you, behave, and if you can't, take some photos and make it a good moment. See you guys. Bye-bye.